Welcome, explorers of knowledge, to Awareness Bytes. Before we dive into the electrifying world of electric vehicles, let's first map out our journey today. We'll start by sparking your interest with an introduction to electric vehicles and their growing significance in our world. We'll shift gears to discuss the environmental questions surrounding these vehicles, a query that's been charging up debates around the world. Following this, we'll accelerate into the advantages of electric vehicles, before applying the brakes to consider their disadvantages. Just past the halfway mark, we'll explore the technological advancements and future outlook of this industry, setting our sights on what's just over the horizon. We'll balance the scales, weighing the pros and cons of this green technology. Finally, we'll cruise into our final thoughts and a call to action, ending our journey with some food for thought. So strap in, fasten your seatbelts, and prepare for an electrifying journey into the future of transportation. Let's get started. Have you ever pondered how the current state of our environment might drastically shift with the rise of electric vehicles? We stand on the precipice of a new era. The environmental question remains at the forefront of our minds. The world is grappling with increasingly complex environmental challenges, from climate change to resource depletion. The electric vehicle is a beacon of innovation and a potential solution to some of these problems. Some hail them as the heroes of a greener future, while others question their true environmental impact. We're dealing with a topic that stirs a wide spectrum of opinions, a topic that's as charged as the batteries that power these vehicles. In the upcoming minutes, we'll explore the advantages and disadvantages of electric vehicles, the environmental implications of and delve into the technological advancements that are shaping their future. Let's dive into the world of electric vehicles and their impact on our environment. Electric vehicles are more than just a modern trend. They hold immense potential benefits for our environment. Let's delve into the world of electric vehicles, or EVs, and uncover the advantages that they bring. First and foremost, the environmental benefits. EVs emit zero tailpipe pollutants, a significant factor in reducing harmful air pollution. Furthermore, they operate on electricity, a renewable energy source, unlike traditional vehicles that rely on finite fossil fuels. This transition to renewable energy is a major step towards mitigating the effects of climate change. It's not just about the air we breathe. The production of electric vehicles also has a smaller carbon footprint. Traditional vehicles produce around twice the amount of CO2 during manufacturing compared to electric vehicles. That's equivalent to nearly 10,000 miles of travel in a gasoline-powered car. Let's talk about the financial advantages. Electric vehicles are remarkably cheaper to operate. The cost of electricity is substantially less than the cost of gasoline, and it's more stable too. On average, driving an electric vehicle can save you around $1,000 per year in fuel costs alone. Maintenance costs for EVs are also significantly lower. No oil changes, no spark plugs, and fewer moving parts mean you'll spend less time and money at the repair shop. Onto energy efficiency. Electric vehicles convert over 90% of the electrical energy from the grid to power at the wheels. In contrast, conventional gasoline vehicles only convert about 20 to 30% of the energy stored in gasoline to power at the wheels. This makes EVs far more efficient. But it's not just about the immediate benefits. As our technology advances, the efficiency and performance of electric vehicles will only improve. The future of transportation is electric, and it's a future we can all look forward to. Electric vehicles bring substantial benefits, but what about the other side of the coin? Despite their benefits, electric vehicles also come with their own set of challenges. Let's delve into some of these disadvantages, shall we? Firstly, range limitations. While most electric vehicles can easily handle daily commuting, longer trips can be a challenge. Unlike their gas-guzzling counterparts, electric cars cannot make a cross-country trip without requiring a recharge. This is often referred to as range anxiety, the fear of running out of battery before reaching your destination. Secondly, we have the issue of charging infrastructure. While it's true that you can charge your electric vehicle at home, public charging stations are less widespread than traditional petrol stations. This is particularly challenging in rural areas or places where you might not have easy access to a charging point. It's like being in a desert with a water bottle, but no refill station in sight. Now let's talk about charging time. Even with a rapid charger, it takes significantly longer to recharge an electric vehicle compared to filling up a tank with petrol or diesel. Imagine you're on a road trip, and instead of a 5-minute pit stop at the gas station, you're looking at a charging break of at least 20 to 30 minutes. Furthermore, the environmental impact of electric vehicles isn't entirely rosy. Yes, they produce zero tailpipe emissions, but the production of electric vehicle batteries requires the extraction of materials like lithium, cobalt, and nickel. These mining processes can be damaging to the environment, causing habitat destruction and pollution. It's like trading one environmental problem for another. Let's not forget about the end of life for these batteries. While they can be recycled, the process is complex and not always cost-effective. Clear that while electric vehicles have their advantages, they also have significant drawbacks. But remember, the path to progress is often filled with obstacles. As we continue to innovate and improve these technologies, we can hope to overcome these challenges and move towards a sustainable future. With rapid advancements in technology, the future of electric vehicles looks promising. Indeed, we are living in an era where the pace of innovation is staggering. In the realm of electric vehicles, technological advancements have been game-changing, addressing many of the initial drawbacks that these vehicles faced. Firstly, let's talk about the elephant in the room, the limited range of electric vehicles. However, improved battery technologies are now allowing electric vehicles to go farther on a single charge. Lithium-sulfur batteries, for instance, promise to offer a higher energy density than their lithium-ion counterparts, which could potentially double the driving range of electric vehicles. Next, let's tackle charging infrastructure and time. Wireless charging technology is making strides, with systems that can charge electric vehicles while they are parked or even in motion. This could not only reduce the need for charging stations, but also eliminate the time spent waiting for a charge. Furthermore, advancements in ultra-fast charging technologies are reducing charging times drastically, with some systems promising to fully charge an electric vehicle in less than 20 minutes. We gaze into the future, the outlook for electric vehicles is bright. Projections indicate that by the year 2030, 1 in every 3 new cars sold globally could be an electric vehicle. This growth is likely to be fueled by further technological advancements, policy support, and an increasing awareness of the environmental benefits of electric vehicles. What does this mean for our planet? While the production of electric vehicles does entail environmental costs, primarily due to material extraction, the overall impact is likely to be positive. As renewable energy sources become more prevalent, the carbon footprint of electric vehicles from production to use is expected to decrease significantly. This is not to say that challenges do not exist. They do, and they are substantial. However, with continuous innovation and an unwavering commitment to sustainability, we are steadily moving towards a future where electric vehicles could play a pivotal role in mitigating climate change. The landscape for electric vehicles is rapidly changing, and their environmental impact will likely continue to evolve. So where does this leave us in the grand scheme of things? Let's take a moment to reflect on what we've learned. Vehicles, or EVs as they're commonly known, have several distinct advantages. They're environmentally friendly since they emit no tailpipe pollutants, offering a substantial reduction in harmful emissions. They also have lower operating costs thanks to fewer moving parts and reduced maintenance needs. Plus, they're energy efficient, converting a higher percentage of the electrical energy from the grid to power at the wheels. Yet despite these benefits, there are also challenges to consider. The range of EVs, while improving, is still limited compared to conventional vehicles, and charging infrastructure remains insufficient in many areas. Additionally, the time it takes to fully recharge an EV's battery can be inconvenient for some users. And let's not forget the environmental impact of material extraction needed for battery production, an often overlooked aspect that must be accounted for in our evaluation. As we've discussed, technological advancements are rapidly addressing these issues. Battery technology is improving, extending the range of EVs and decreasing charging times. The charging infrastructure is expanding, with more charging stations appearing in cities around the world, and efforts are underway to make material extraction more sustainable. The question remains, can we find a balance? In the grand scale of things, are the benefits of electric vehicles enough to outweigh the drawbacks? The answer, quite simply, is that it's a work in progress. Every new technological breakthrough brings us one step closer to a more sustainable future. But we must also recognize that transitioning to electric vehicles is not a panacea for all our environmental challenges. It's one piece of a larger puzzle, a step in the right direction. We move forward, we must continue to weigh the benefits and drawbacks in our pursuit of a greener future. We have to be mindful and considerate in our choices, not just for our own convenience, but for the well-being of our planet and future generations. Remember, the scale doesn't need to tip completely in one direction. It's about finding a balance that works for us all. As we move forward, we must continue to weigh the benefits and drawbacks in our pursuit for a greener future. It's clear that electric vehicles have a role to play in our environmental future. They offer numerous advantages, such as environmental benefits, lower operating costs, and energy efficiency. However, like all innovations, they come with their own set of challenges. The limited range, the need for a robust charging infrastructure, and the time it takes to charge these vehicles are issues that need to be addressed. But let's not lose sight of the bigger picture. The potential of electric vehicles to reduce emissions and combat climate change is enormous, and with advancements, many of these obstacles will be overcome. So let's continue this conversation. Let's talk about electric vehicles in our communities, in our schools, at our workplaces. Let's explore how we can contribute to this green revolution, because it's not just about driving a car, it's about driving change. Remember, every small step towards a greener future counts. What will your next step be?